and there wasn't a whole lot of, talk about God in the home. There wasn't a whole lot of structure. I mean, there was, but there wasn't. There was not a lot of supervision because mom was off working a lot, right? My older sister kind of watched me. Was a latchkey kid. Kind of did what I wanted for the most part. I mean, my mom would bring the smack down, don't get me wrong, like when she needed to, but, and I kind of would go off see my dad for the weekends, but my dad was just kind of like happy to see us, so he wasn't really a huge disciplinarian either. But to make a really long story short, I knew that my family was religious, right? I grew up in a Roman Catholic home. We did our rituals, we did our routines, we went to church, we stood up, we sat down, we stood up, we sat down, we said some stuff, we repeated some things every Sunday. I didn't know what it all meant. I didn't know what this Jesus up on this cross up in the building was on the wall there, right? It was kind of this somber feeling. It was just like, it wasn't, there was no joy, there was no real peace, it was just like, this is what we do on Sundays, and we kind of do whatever we want to do throughout the week, as long as we come pay our dues every Sunday, right? And that was like what I knew. And I had a pretty rough life. I got into hanging out with all the wrong people, all the wrong kind of stuff. I joined a gang. I was committing crimes. I was selling drugs. I became addicted to alcohol, drugs, pornography, just all kinds of bad stuff. At a pretty early age, when I was like my mid-teens, I was okay. I was really active, but then hanging out with the people that they had what I wanted. They had money, they had the quick money, they had the women, they had all this stuff, and I was kind of drawn towards that. So I got sucked into that. I always knew somehow inside that wasn't what was right, and that wasn't what God, if there was a God, had for my future. But I kept having this dream that I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to please God, or He wouldn't love me. And it kind of related that to my father and how I thought He looked at me, right? But to make a really long story short, some cute girls invited me and my friend to church, right? And we're like, yeah, sure, we'll go with you. I mean, yeah, which one do you want? All that kind of stuff. And I want that one. And we went because we heard that this thing was happening on a Monday nights. This guy was preaching, and he wasn't like any other preacher that they'd heard before, and it was unique, and there was cool music. So we went, and we kept going every Monday night, and to see Greg Laurie down at Calvary Chapel, and something happened. God started tugging at my heart. He started giving altar calls, like we did today. Come down if you want to give your life to Jesus. And I would resist that and resist that and resist that, and I would want to go down, but I just kept holding on to my seat. And then one night I finally did. And the next 10 years of my life were living hell. Why? Because I didn't open the Bible. I didn't hang out with other Christians. I didn't get discipled. I wasn't shown what to do. I wasn't availing myself to the teaching that was there, the people that were there that wanted to help me. And so the next 10 years was all kinds of bad, and jail, prison, all this stuff. The drugs got bad. And then it wasn't until in a jail cell waiting to go upstate prison, I opened up a Bible. And I just asked God to reveal Himself to me, and He began doing that, and He met me in ways like I never knew. Like, this God was real. All these promises I was reading, they were real. Like, He would meet. He promised that He would give you peace that surpassed all understanding if you just gave Him everything, right? So I did that, but then I came to realize, well, if all this warm fuzzy stuff is true that's in the Bible, all the stuff it says about how dirty I am must be true too. That I'm a sinner, I need forgiveness. So I asked God for that forgiveness. And, He began working in my life and transforming me and just molding me and shaping me. I wasn't done yet. I'm still not done, but He's been molding me and shaping me ever since. He delivered me from the drugs and the alcohol. I now am a drug and alcohol counselor. I minister to people who are in gangs, young kids that, going down the wrong road. He uses an idiot, like me to minister to the people, to help them, to show them, look, man, I hated Christians. I thought they're all phony, they're all fake. This church stuff was just weird to me. All a bunch of Jesus freaks, and it was phony. That can't be real. No one can be that happy. And now I'm one of those people that hey, come check it out, man. He's real, He's real. Just open the Bible, ask Him to reveal Himself to you. And I got baptized in a laundry cart in prison in front of about 150 inmates. And then later on, I got baptized on the beach in Huntington Beach as a rededication. And now I'm here today to watch you guys get baptized. Yeah. Ready to dunk somebody.
All right, so